Hello everybody, this is Janice, and I'm here to show you the finished, not the whole thing is not finished, but as you know, if you've watched parts 1 and part 2, I decided to try out this file folder kind of scrapbooking. I learned it from Heidi Swap. She calls her system memory files, and maybe you're familiar, and there's a whole lot of YouTube videos on it, but I just wanted to try my own and just use the full file folders that I already have, and my friend Lisa gave me a whole stack of them, and so I decided that I would go ahead and try it. And this video is a video response to Vicki's from melovebono, her challenge, and I might be late for the challenge. I didn't really know when it was due by, but I was just doing it because I wanted to play along. And so the layout for the challenge has to have 3 photos and use a stamp, and that's my stamp right there. It was I stamped it, and that's what it looks like, and it's just something I've had for a long time. I can't remember where I got it. Probably a dollar stamp from one of the, craft stores. So what I did was I decided that I would use these 3 photos that are from when my niece and my nephew came to visit us in April. We took them to the splash pad that's close to our house, and they absolutely loved it. This is a very big one, and it's a very nice one. However, in April, they were having some sort of like water pump problems, and it wasn't even up working to full capacity. The water was just kind of dripping. It doesn't really look like it's dripping in the photos. You probably can't even tell like the pictures from the pictures. But my niece is a gymnast. She's on a gymnastics team up in New York, and so every chance she gets, she's flipping, she's doing all of her moves and her things that she does. She's great, and so I loved it. And she just, did her whole floor routine that she does for her gymnastics competition. She did it for us, and everybody else who was there watched this fantastic, top-notch gymnastics routine. So I was very proud of her. She's quite a lovely young lady. Then the boys, of course, were running around being boys, and my son and I have this in common. We like it to be extra mega hot if we're going to be around water. So here in Florida in the summer, it is mega hot. Okay, you're talking, 95 degrees, 98 degrees. That's when we like to be around water. And this was not necessary. This was probably a 78 degree weather day. And so if you can tell, he's completely dry. And Brady is all wet because he's a New Yorker. In this picture, they did get wet. I think this is when we first got there, and Adrian just got wet for the fun of it, and then sat wrapped up and bundled in his little towel the rest of the time. He likes to lay on the concrete because the concrete gets nice and hot, and so he's like a reptile. He just lays there in the sun, sunning himself, just content to watch everybody else play. And that's just him. So to make this whole file folder scrapbooking thing interactive, because that's the whole fun part of it, I made hinges up here on the actual photo mats. And one of you left me a very clever comment, and I loved it so much that I decided to use it, and it was to put these little tabs on these little flaps so that the person can actually pull it open, and then you can see what's underneath the flap. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I'll probably put more photos up here, maybe not, maybe I'll just leave it. But there is space to put more photos, journaling, what have you, other interactive foldable things, and little accordion books, little, if you're familiar with lap booking, homeschoolers use what's called lap books, and there's all these different techniques that you can do to make these lap books interactive. And so you can use all of those different kinds of interactive little things that you can, what do you call them, elements for your lap books. You can use it in your scrapbook. Okay, and so I'm planning on doing a whole lot of that. But this is just what I have so far. This is where I'm going to journal. I used this Market Street stamp. It's kind of like a weathered or distressed ledger. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. I don't have the original package. So I used that for the journaling spots. And then I used the luau cartridge. I cut these at 2.5. This is the palm trees and the sun came from luau. And then from Life's Beach, I got this pretty flower, and then again another spot to journal. Use the same paper there. And then the little sandals from Life is a Beach, the flip-flops. Okay, and then I wanted to show you, because I like to show you guys techniques and things like that. I know when I watch a video, I like to see a tutorial. And so just so you know, I'm going to show you how to use, how I made that stamp my own, because that's not what the stamp really looks like. So I'm going to show you what I did. And then I'll just share with you too that down here, I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to add another, like a little mini album inside the album. So I'm going to add more photos. And then this layer actually also lifts up. And so we've got more real estate right here, and then we've got more real estate right here, and these are just the photos that I'm going to use. Okay, but for Vicki's challenge, this is it. Okay, because it's 3 photos, a stamp, and a story. And there's my story. So loving my niece and nephew that they visited, and we had a wonderful time. And they were here for 10 whole days, and so that was a fantastic visit. I loved it, and my son enjoyed it too. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I turned this stamp to this stamp. Okay, so I'll be right back with that. Thanks for watching.